This was a crime as elaborate as it was horrific. Police believe just one gunman was involved and that he's dead, shot by heavily armed officers after a 14-hour spree of gun attacks and arson across central Nova Scotia. Among those known to be victims of the gunman, a 23-year veteran of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the RCMP. Others killed were a teacher, 2 nurses, and a family of 3, including a 19-year-old woman. But the lead investigator said he feared there were other victims not yet found.
We've been unable to fully examine the crime scenes because, for instance, we have had 5 structure fires, most of those being residences, and we believe there may be victims still within the remains of those homes which burnt to the ground.
In all, the chief superintendent said police were working at 16 crime scenes along more than 100 kilometers of road. He said some of those killed were known to the gunman. Others appeared to be targeted at random. So far, there's no indication of motive. Police have not yet found a note explaining the gunman's actions. It's hard to imagine a more complex challenge for police, with so many crime scenes and witnesses, including survivors, to interview. Many days and weeks of investigations lie ahead. Canada's Prime Minister began his daily COVID-19 press briefing with promises of solidarity to communities hit by unexpected, unspeakable violence.
This happened in small towns. Portapique, Truro, Milford, and Enfield are places where people have deep roots, places where people know their neighbors and look out for one another. Now these communities are in mourning, and Canada is in mourning with them.
Calls are growing for Justin Trudeau's government to introduce long-promised legislation tightening Canada's already strict gun control laws. This is the worst mass shooting in Canada since 1989, when a gunman specifically targeting women killed 14 people at a college in Montreal. A country already traumatized by the pandemic is deeply shocked and wondering just what happened in Nova Scotia and why. Daniel Lack, Jazeera, Toronto.